Okay guys, part 3 of the tutorial. In this part we're going to actually set up our main.xml, which is our layout for our main activity here. So we'll double click on main, and as you see we deleted the little default text that was there last time. So what we're going to do here is create a basic table layout, and in that table layout it's going to have 3 rows of 3 buttons each. Underneath that we're going to have a little label that will have a little text in it that will say info is their placeholder, but when we actually play the game it'll say like if it's your turn or you won or a tie or whatever. Then below that we're going to have our human, ties, and android counters, and they're going to keep track of how many games have been played by incrementing depending on the outcome of each game. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to do this in a graphical layout so it might be a little bit easier to follow. I'm used to doing it in XML, so bear with me if I mess up. Let's see. First thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make a table layout. So let's go to layouts and drag out a table layout. And if you'll notice over on the right hand side here, I guess it automatically makes you 4 rows in the table. We only need 3, so we can just delete that one. Okay, so we don't need a total of 9 buttons, so let's go up here to form widgets and we'll drag a button out. Let's go ahead and we need to make this one a specific size. So again, you can use the properties down here, or you can go over here to this. You can right click in the outline view, or you can right click here. So layout width, we'll do other, make it about 100 width, and then we'll go to height. And you know, that's not a bad size button there. So we're going to, let's see, I'm not sure if this will work. So hit Control C and copy that. Let's just try to oops, Control V twice, put it there, and then I'm guessing maybe you can just select the row like this. Control V 3 times, and since it worked, then select table row 3, paste 3 more in there. So it looks like it shows us the IDs over here. So let's see, we're going to need to rename the table layout. I'm not sure if we use that later on, so let's just edit the ID and we'll just put play area. And for this button we'll need to make the ID 1. So just right click on each of these down the list here. 2, 3, oops, fout. That's really not what we're looking for there. 4, 5, all the way down to 9. Okay, so that's got our button IDs. Now if you'll notice they're not centered, so okay, you don't want to shift click, so click that and hold down control, maybe, yeah, control, and click the table rows, right click on one of them, and then we'll need to set the gravity to center, not clip, center horizontal. Now you see we've done that. Now we kind of want a little bit of a space above here, so let's go to right click on your table, which I call play area, whatever you called it there, and let's go to other properties, layout properties. Here we go. Layout properties, margin top, and let's just try 10. See what that looks like. That looks pretty good. Okay, now you probably noticed that we have text in each one of these. Now this is why that we wanted to make those strings 1 through 9, so we can kind of get a feel of what the X and O is going to look like. So let's right click, edit text. So we go down here, find 1. Now you see that's really small, so let's go ahead and put all the text in here. And we could have just made one text that was like an X or an O and did it for all of them, but this lets you kind of see, get a idea of where each button's at, and you got to practice making strings, so that's why we did that. So let's go ahead and let's select all of our buttons. So control and click them. Now with all the buttons selected, let's just right click on one and see if we can change the size of all of them here. By name. I wonder what's in here. Is this text size? No, I guess not. So let's go by name. It's probably in here somewhere. Down in the T's. We could use the properties window at the bottom too. I never really looked in here before. So text size. And let's I want them pretty big, so let's, since the box is 100, let's try 70. It should fill most of the box. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now we got these set up. We've got all of our IDs, everything that we need. So now underneath this, we need to set up some way to display the info. So let's go ahead and do a text view. Now, as you can see, that's way too small. So let's right click, we'll edit the text, go down to where we put the info in, click OK. Okay, so now let's look at our text view here. We want it not to be called text view 1, we want to edit the ID. Let's call it information. And we want it to be centered, so let's go ahead and do the center before. Actually, first let's go ahead and go to width. I don't have fill parent on here, so we'll just do match parent. That'll work. So now it's gonna, no matter what the resolution, it should fit on the screen there. And let's see, other properties, layout parameters, layout gravity. There we go. We want to center it horizontal, maybe. Oh, that does the actual. Let's see where it is down here. I'm used to using the properties box. Gravity center horizontal. I thought that's what it was. Let's just try center. That's not it. Maybe it's not the layout. Maybe it's something to do with the text here. Oh, maybe it was just Eclipse acting up. Oh, it's not layout gravity, it's just gravity. That's what we was doing wrong. So center horizontal, or maybe not. Let's see. Oh, I didn't change it. There we go. Yeah, that's it. It's just gravity, not layout gravity. So I messed up there. So now underneath this, we need, let's just go ahead and, you could do a relative layout, or you could do another table. So let's just mess around with another table since we're doing that. I don't really like the relative layouts because I've ran into a part to where I had everything set up and forgot to set the ID, so I went back and set, and every time you set an ID, it just completely jacked up all the layout. But let's just go ahead and drag another table out. We're only going to need one row this time, so shift click all these three and delete those. Now inside this table row, we're going to, let's go ahead and right click it, gravity, and we're going to center it horizontally. And we need to have 4 text views in here, or 6, yeah, 6. So our first text view, go right click, edit the text. This is going to be our human. Okay. And we need to edit the ID of this too. Make that a human. Now beside that, we're going to need what we're going to increment for the counter. So we'll just go ahead and put a 1 in here for now so you can kind of just keep track of it, because if not, you can't really see it anymore. It's kind of hard to see that it's there. So edit the ID, and count. Okay, so then we're going to need another text view. Now as you can see, this is way too close, so let's go ahead and click on this one here, right click it, and let's go to layout parameters, layout margin right, because we want the right side to have some space, and let's try 10. That looks pretty good. Alright, edit ID for this one, this is going to be ties, and then we'll edit the text. Oops. Edit the text here if I can click right. Go down and find ties. There we go. Now we're going to need one beside that, just like the other one. And edit the text. We'll just put a 1 in this one as well. For now, we'll actually take those out in a little bit. So right click that, edit ID. This is going to be ties count. And then of course it's going to be the same thing. If we'll go ahead and add it just so we can see it, but it's going to be too close on that right side again. So we need to click on this one, right click, layout parameters, margin right. Go to 10 for that one. Click back on this, edit your ID. You want this to be the Android count. Then we can go and change the text to Android. And we'll need one more, which is going to be the counter for this one. So drag out another text view here. And let's edit the ID of this one. Android count. And edit the text to just be a 1 so we can kind of see it for now. So as you can see, it's going to look, now this right here looks a little bit too close, and this is just not big enough, so we need to right click on this, edit text size. Let's try 25. That's not too bad, but it's too close to the board up there, I think. So let's go ahead and move that around a little bit. Margin top. Let's try doing 5 on that one. Looks pretty good. Click on your table row here and go to layout parameters and margin top. And let's just let's go with 10 here. That looks pretty good like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and just clear this text if you want, or if when we do the code we could clear it ourselves, but we don't really need the text anymore. So click text, and I'll show you how to clear it. If you don't want to put anything in, just clear here. It's going to take it out. The box is still there though, so nothing to worry about. So clear that. And clear that. So now that we have this done, this is going to actually be the board. These buttons are going to be clicked on, and when you click them, they're going to change to an X or O. These numbers won't be there anymore because when we put the code in, we'll just go ahead and I'll show you how you can clear all that out. So that'll be something to show you as well. So this takes care of getting the layout for the main one. Now we will end up actually having a total of 3 layouts, and the reason for that is we're going to have 3 total activities going on. We have an activity for the contact page, we have an activity for the about page, and then we're going to have this activity page here, which is going to tie to our main.xml. So that's going to, and with that we're going to have actually menus, so we'll have 3 menu files and all that, but that'll come next time. We'll actually start working inside this file right here, which is the TicTacToe tutorial activity, and what we'll do in here is we'll actually start making our board to go with our layout and tying everything together, and then we'll have that working. I'll show you how to put a menu in, and we'll go ahead and make the other 2 activity files, and that should be it for this tutorial series. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.